NBA YoungBoy has something to do with King Von murder? Did that fight with Quando Rondo lead to a blicking? Blah, 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 blah. Was that on purpose? You know, Trap Leroy dropped a documentary yesterday that kind of talked about that. You know, he dropped a documentary on NBA YoungBoy, but it did have talk about King Von in it. We finna talk about that. I think that was strong. We all seen that fight. Quando Rondo walked. Next thing you know, he caught the haymakers all in his chin. We finna talk about that. Hit the like button. We need a lot of likes on this. Trap Leroy dropped a documentary yesterday that kind of talk about this. And you know, I'm a Chicago street reporter. I done talked to a lot of people close to King Von. I done actually talked to people close to Quando Rondo. I think I can give you the real here. It's a piece of me want to stamp that video that Trap Leroy said. I done talked to Trap Leroy too. So we gonna do this. Hit the like button. Let's break a record on this, man. Help me get 10,000 fucking likes on this video. If you watch this video, hit the like button right now, man. You gotta help Truth Teller today. Because it's a lot of people drop videos about this. And I'm not sure if they fully understand what really happened that day. I studied this. I'm one of the guys that studied this shit so hard that I actually got on an airplane and went to the crime scene and filmed a video about it. It's actually on my YouTube channel, Truth Teller at King Von Crime Scene. So I think I got a real good opinion on this case. So hit the like button. Let's try to break a record. 10,000 likes, man. I don't ask for no donation. You watch this video, your dirty finger need to hit the like button. Let's jump right into this. It's a piece of what he said I kind of want to stamp, you know, NBA YoungBoy being the main focus behind this. But I think he kind of got it twisted a little bit. So don't take me wrong, Trap. I fuck with you. But I do think a little bit is twisted. But I do think it is YoungBoy plays a big part because a lot of this stems from Janaya, whatever her name is. We all know from some street shit, being in the streets, understanding what's going on, looking at what really happened. Not the internet. The internet kind of give you the sensationalized version. You know, King Von was fucking with dude baby mama. He didn't like dude. You know, for some reason, gangsters just don't like each other. They get territorial. It's like the fucking jungle. Lions and tigers, they be fighting and shit. So you gotta understand it is what it is. He didn't like dude for some reason, and NBA YoungBoy ain't like King Von for some fucking reason. We've seen it in plenty of clips and shit like that. King Von saying he ain't really like that. You know, seeing King Von with NBA YoungBoy baby mama. You know, when you with a motherfucker baby mama and you acting like you fucking a nigga baby mama instead of just saying it's my turn, you know, that kind of make motherfuckers feel a certain way. So if that was happening, you clearly knows that him and NBA YoungBoy probably was beefing. Asian doll said she seen shit about, you know, DMs and shit of Janaya and all kind of shit, and we seen Von with her and shit. So I'm pretty sure NBA YoungBoy didn't like that. We seen Quando tuck his tail a little bit when he was dissing 63rd when he got around King Von them, you know. You could tell it was the energy there. But when you really look at this shit, when King Von lost, it's like blah 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 blah. You know, they say Tim shot him 5 times. You know, we done watched King Von in plenty of videos. His life done been documented. I don't think people understand. The moment it was beef, and I think Quando Rondo and them didn't move the right way. They didn't notice that was beef. You know, they was on some internet beefing with King Von, and I don't think they knew King Von was on some get back game, prison, knocking niggas out kind of shit. Once it was beef, it was beef. There was no way those guys should have been around each other no more. Those guys couldn't been in a position. You know, once it was beef and you was beefing with King Von, I don't think Quando Rondo and them took Von and them as serious. I don't think NBA YoungBoy took them as serious. You know, a lot of this stemmed from the dislike of NBA YoungBoy, and unfortunately, these guys got linked in it. I don't think people understand that, you know. Quando Rondo and NBA YoungBoy was like fake internet beefing with King Von and fucked around and then realized you'll get a location dropped on your ass, and Von knew where they was at. What a lot of people say, because Von was just there. Even Track said he don't know why the fuck they was there. He wasn't paid to be there. So it makes me believe this shit is real, you know what I'm saying? When you really think about this is the crazy part. You know, these guys was just lacking, you know? Y'all got beef with King Von. He live out there, you know? Y'all in Atlanta at the nightclub, late at night, kicking it, you know? What Quando say, they looking for some bitches and shit? You can't be moving like that. You be loafing and shit. They ain't even know, you know, on some allegedly shit, Von them got the drop on them. You know, A lot of that shit feels a lot eerie like that FBG Duck situation. Not trying to link it with that, but being in like a upscale area where a lot of people be at, and somebody know where you at and get the location on you. You know, this felt like this was supposed to be a big ass fight that just got out of control. In my opinion, Quando Rondo and them was lacking. They had no idea that once it was beef with Von, y'all playing on that internet, he fucking with dude, baby mama, and you can tell it's beef. He fucking with dude, baby mama, and he saying shit on the internet. Nigga, it is what it is. It was no way you niggas supposed to have been in a position where y'all was around each other. Von caught the drop on that guy. Now watch this. When you watch the video of it, because I didn't watch the video. Didn't want to watch that video when Von lost his life, but it came all across my internet and shit. When you watch this video, it clearly looks like Quando Rondo was trying to walk to Von. You know, people say he was walking past him. Man, fuck all that. And then Quando even said he didn't know that was Von. He knew that was Von. And I'm gonna tell you how you know it was Von. You gotta look through the street shit. He was just all of a sudden in a car walking by himself. He wasn't walking by himself. It's a crowd of niggas out there. Von was with a lot of niggas. It was a lot of niggas out there. Quando seen them niggas. And ain't no way in hell you just gonna let them walk. They had a game plan in the car already because them niggas was there. Not saying their game plan was to hurt them, but they knew that they was outnumbered at that moment, in my opinion. You know, and I think Von noticed them, you know, paying that video. Von walked up on him and knuckled him. Quando Rondo tucked his tail. He tried to walk over there. He tried to play both sides. He tried to play like he was cool with King Von at that moment when they knew that they was outnumbered. And King Von beat him up. That was not finna be no shooting. I think if King Von wanted to kill him, he would have killed him right there. You know, those guys had guns, they say allegedly. They would have shot that brother and all kind of shit like that. They was kind of late to the party. So that's how I knew this was just some regular fighting shit. And this King Von fighting is outside at nightclub, all kind of shit. So this was supposed to be some fighting, beat up, chain took and shit, all on World Star, all on Truth Tellers, all on Say Cheese type of shit. It just went as far, and you know, they panicked and shot. You know, Lil Tim jumped out of that car, panicked, shot. You know, he didn't have a game plan, you know. They were a little scared. Just think about that. You know, it was time fluke. Tim didn't jump right out the car. Von got a few haymakers on that guy. And then he made a decision to get out that car, you know, and shoot. And then it was a big shootout out there. You know, that's what I believe that happened. I don't believe Von lost his life because of NBA YoungBoy, but I do believe it stemmed from NBA YoungBoy. I believe this was just some regular, you know what I'm saying, street shit that turned to some real shit. And I don't think Quando and them knew how real that shit was. They on some playing internet shit. You know, he riding through the city, fuck these niggas and all that playing and shit, not knowing. Von not from this rap shit. Von took a lot of that internet shit serious. You seen them in jail and all kind of shit like that, beating niggas up. And you know what I'm saying? Dude was like a Tasmanian devil out there. But one thing I can say is he caught the short end of the stick though. You know, making that bad decision. Because Track even said he didn't know why he was there. Louis said in his interview, you know how Von is, and things like that. So he made, you know, a street decision at that moment, coming from the jails, coming from O-Block, coming from this street shit. Von not from Hollywood. He not from California. He don't know nothing about that. Sometimes when you getting this money and fucking them Hollywood hoes, you get blinded by the glitz and the glamour, and you start forgetting that, you know, this shit like a light switch. You gotta know when to cut this shit on and cut this shit off. And unfortunately, I don't think Von cut it off at that second. I think he handled Quando Rondo the way he handled those guys in all those videos that been released from him in jail, beating people up, punching people, slipping out of handcuffs, punching on people and all kind of shit. And I think that's exactly what he did to Quando Rondo, but it wasn't no bars around. We was outside. You know, I think it was prison rules in effect. It was Cook County jail rules in effect outside of Monaco Hookah Lounge, in my opinion. I think those guys had a beef. They got caught lacking, and it went down. And I don't think those guys were ready for that shit. And I think Tim jumped out and defended Quando Rondo, and he defended Quando Rondo. Now, did he have the right to do that? Because me personally, I think that should have just been a fist fight. But, you know, in this street shit, man, they say, man, you can't put your hands on nobody out here. You know, life ain't a lottery ticket. Ain't nobody finna pray they win a fight. Ain't nobody finna hope they win a fight. You put your hands on somebody, you gonna lose your life. And that's how people say that shit. But I do believe the beef stem from Janea. And I think Trap Leroy is 100% right on that. Now, linking him to his death, I don't believe that's right. I believe Quando Rondo was tucking his tail after Von died. When you watch the interviews, he was tucking his tail. He was kind of soft with it. He was apologetic. He was acting shocked. He was saying he didn't know who was doing that shit. He didn't know anything. He felt like that was real fast. And then next thing you know, to kind of impress NBA YoungBoy, he was dissing them. He was dropping songs, dropping diss songs to the point where NBA YoungBoy even said, "I'm proud of him. I'm proud of Quando. I'm proud of him." Why was he proud of him? Because Quando was tucking his tail on some sorry, apologetic, compassionate type of shit. In the moment he said, "Fuck that, I'm on some devil shit," end the story, song, diss him, NBA YoungBoy face lit up. I'm proud of him. I'm like a proud dad. On some sick shit, like on some real shit, man. So y'all hit the like button, man, and I think people need to see that because I think people got that confused. I think NBA YoungBoy had something to do with that because of the beef stem with that, but I think they were playing internet beefing with King Von and didn't know King Von was taking that shit serious to the point where he might have got the drop on their ass and was up there ready to do that shit. Like, that wasn't a surprise. That was the surprise to Quando Rondo, but King Von knew he was going up there to beat that boy ass. According to some of the shit Trackman was saying, not by my opinion, but Track was saying he didn't know why he was there. They were saying, you know how Von is, you can't tell him nothing, and that make it seem like, hold the fuck up, like Von was up there. Oh, y'all playing them niggas up there? Come on, man, we gone. You feel me? And walk right up on his ass. And Quando Rondo on some playoff shit, trying to probably walk up on him and shake his hand and shit. Nah, ain't no shaking no hand. Nah, ain't none of that. The moment they synced each other. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. They say Von was woke up out his sleep. Y'all gotta hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Remember, 10,000 likes on this video because we gotta talk about this shit. They say Von was asleep, okay? This another thing they say. King Von was asleep. They woke him up out his sleep. I have the problem with the sleep shit. As being a street reporter, documenting the culture, being a drill historian, talking to a lot of these guys, reading a lot of newspaper clippings, paperwork, having sources, people like my channel give me information. I don't really like the sleep word. Normally when somebody sleep, that means people don't really want to talk about what happened. I'm going to tell you, because it always be people sleep. When somebody sleep or somebody taking a piss or somebody doing some shit like that when a killing happened or a murder happened or some shit like that happened, I'm not really a fan of that. That's kind of street code language. I don't want to talk. I don't want to say shit. I'm going to keep my mouth closed. So when they say King Von was asleep and just got up and then went and knocked dude out, more like maybe he was sitting there saying, "Hey, them bitch ass niggas over there, I'm finna be dude, bitch ass dude ass. Oh, I'm finna knock his ass out. His ass over there loafing like he don't know who he is." Kind of shit like that. You feel me? I'm out here playing it. Yeah, watch this jumping to be dude ass. Not saying that what Von was saying, but knowing when the motherfuckers sleep, they don't want to tell you what's the game plan. It be a lot of people who lose their life. People say I was asleep. The lady who was in the car when LBGKS lost his life. She was asleep the moment this shooting happened. A lot of that shit be, I don't want to talk, man. I've been through some trauma. I still live in this neighborhood. Don't put me in a position to lose my life telling and shit like that. So I hear a lot of people with sleep doing murders and shit like that. That just don't feel right to me. That's kind of textbook of maybe we was doing something before this shit happened. But not saying that's the case, though. I'm not here to put any rumors out, but I'm just here to talk about the Trap the Real documentary. I think he kind of right, like I say. But I think he got it mixed up. I think they was playing internet beefing with Von, saying shit to Von, and never thought they'd ever be in a position to be in a room with him, be around him and shit like that. And that happened. Caught lacking. And shit happened. They didn't tuck their tail. They approached it. Quando tried to tuck it. Von approached it. Now, I'm not saying that was the right thing, because Von was doing good, making millions of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. His family life was good. Friends had opportunities and all kind of shit. For all that shit to be gone away over something that little is kind of sad in my opinion. But I do think Trap is right as far as NBA YoungBoy being a cause, but he wasn't a cause. I think the cause was once it's beef and the nigga say, you know, it is what it is, I'm gonna do something to you, and then niggas start playing with your baby mamas and all kind of shit, you can't be surprised if a motherfucker go upside the head. You know, if Tekashi in the nightclub and Chief Keef and Tato in there, he can't be surprised if a motherfucker bop him upside the head and shit. He can't be around here talking about self-defense. That was self-defense. No, that wasn't self-defense. You knew y'all was beefing, and if y'all see each other, it's gonna be a problem. So that's the only thing with the self-defense. But I do get it, you know. I want somebody to protect me. Shit, if some shit go down. A motherfucker see truth and bop me all upside the head. I want a motherfucker to help me too. But, you know, it's a sad situation. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the like button. I appreciate the love. It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter. Blah, 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 blah.